This is a true story that happened to my mother. Years ago, before I was born, people in our hometown told my mother in the area where she lived that if a person were to walk down the road near the old bridge at night, and a certain number of cars drove past them, an old woman in old-fashioned clothing would appear beside them. Naturally, she shrugged this off, figuring it was just a story that the locals told. But that night, as she walked home from work, she'd just made it down the road when she got the feeling she wasn't alone. When she looked up, an elderly woman in old-fashioned clothing was standing right there beside her. As they passed the old bridge, my mom knew something was wrong. One of the people who lived by there owned a pair of Dobermans who would bark at anything or anyone that went by. But that night, as my mother passed with the old woman, neither dog made a sound. My mother wondered, how could this old woman make it past those Dobermans when no one else could? The woman took one look at my mother and asked, "Aren't you afraid?" "No," my mother said. "I have a big light and a big knife." The woman smiled, a strange smile, and then she just disappeared. My mother took off up the road and didn't stop until she'd reached home. That was the last time she ever walked home at night.